20 is the Razer Kishi. It is the best mobile game controller I've ever used. It'll fit pretty much any smartphone, and because it's physically connected to the USB-C port, there's almost zero input lag. My only nitpick is that it's kind of expensive, so I would have liked to see a more premium finish. Okay, Duolink is kind of a fascinating concept. So on first impression, this is a Bluetooth speaker, and all of a sudden, you've got two speakers that operate in a stereo pair, actually up to 22 feet away from each other. But here's the best bit, inside these halves is a pair of true wireless earphones. Okay, we've seen smartphone gimbals before, but the focus of this one, the Smooth X, is versatility. This is like the Swiss Army knife of gimbals, once we get through the 1,000 layers of packaging. Nearly there. Okay, one more. Right, there we go. So it starts in this folded form here, where it's about the size of a large door handle, but from there you can rotate it out, you can add the included tripod attachment, and you can extend it an extra 26 centimeters outwards. About a smartwatch with the slogan, "Bow to the future." Now that's a sweeping statement, and the central mechanic is this 92-degree curved AMOLED display panel, which compared to most smartwatches just gives you a taller screen. And it's cool, you can see a lot of data. This is a fashion accessory as much as it is a smartwatch. The standard iPhone charger has 5 watts of power. You can get fast chargers, which sit at around 15 to 20 watts of power. And then what I refer to as super fast chargers, anything from about 30 watts to 65 watts. Well, this is a 120 watt charger. And because it's made using a special compound called gallium nitride, it's actually a lot smaller than it should be. Unfortunately, you can't just charge your phone with 120 watts and fill it up in 15 minutes, but the benefit of having this much power in one brick is that you can charge almost any 3 devices at full speed simultaneously. Okay, the first one is a battery from Orki. And it's a fairly simple looking product, 10,000 mAh capacity, it does all the standard stuff, but it's got a kickstand at the back with a little ledge on the front, so you sit your phone on it, and while it's on there it can use fast wireless charging to juice it up. It gets more unusual though. What you're looking at right now is a pouch to carry your phone in, and when you put your phone in there, it'll start wirelessly charging. The third doesn't really add anything in the name of features, but it's probably the snazziest way to charge your phone. This is the Black Shark power bank. It's got the standard 3 charging ports, but the cool part is this LED strip in the middle. It animates when the bank is filling up and then acts as a visual indicator for how much battery is left. And the final power product is, I don't really have a catchy name for this, I'm just going to call it the Suction Power Bank. 20 suction cups to latch on and charge your phone. It's kind of like having a really bulky case. So this Adonit Note UVC naturally caught my attention. It's a stylus, fairly comparable to the Apple Pencil, but with 2 built-in ultraviolet lights to sterilize your device with. They're saying it'll kill 99% of germs in 1 minute of using it. This particular one only works for the iPad, but they do have a whole load of other options. And then, related to this concept of UV cleaning, we have the Cell, which is also one of these products that combines 2 seemingly unrelated things. On one hand, you open it up, place your phone inside, and it effectively gives it a UV bath. But also, it's a wireless charging pad. Okay, the Anker PowerConf. Sounds a bit like they forgot to finish writing the name on there, but it's actually more useful than I initially thought it would be. A super speaker mode. It connects to your phone via Bluetooth and uses 6 microphones in an omnidirectional array to pick up your voice from even further away, and from every direction. Right, so in the last Smartphone Gadgets episode, I showed you a compact Anker projector, and I said this is the best mini projector I've ever used. So I was kind of curious to see how much better its bigger brother would be. This is the Anker Nebula Mars 2 Pro, and it still keeps the smartphone in mind. Got a built-in battery, which gives around 3 hours of use, so I could just plonk it down on a table and start watching. And compared to that other projector I liked, which had a single 8-watt speaker inside of it, this has dual 10 watts. In a bedroom, and even with a half-open window and a dark wall being used for the screen, not particularly recommended, it is still perfectly visible. Alright, so you've seen a Bluetooth speaker that transforms into earbuds, but now we've got a very different kind of transformation. This is the Palmo. It's a pocket-sized speaker with surprisingly good sound and 2 cool selling points. You can mount it almost anywhere thanks to a magnetic plate that you get with it, and that includes on the back of your phone, which is completely ridiculous to look at, but hey, and it's compact mode, but I can pull it and all of a sudden you've got a much larger sound chamber, which means deeper bass and a warmer overall sound. Next up is a gadget that allows you to get away with using fewer cables. If I had to describe this, this is a hyper long range Bluetooth transmitter and Bluetooth receiver. Let's say when you're watching TV, you're using your TV's inbuilt speakers, and they're just not that great. I could use Spotify on my phone to wirelessly play music and for it to come out of a wired home cinema surround sound system, as opposed to maybe the small, crummy Bluetooth speaker I might usually use. I feel like over the years, I've shown you quite a few things that you can stick onto the back of your phone. We've had wallets, little pouches, we've had speakers. This is a new one. They call it the Look Stand, and it's a 100% aluminium, fully adjustable stand. It's quite impressive what they managed to fit into this fairly small contraption, and it sort of locks itself in each orientation with a satisfying click. You can adjust the angle of your phone, the orientation of your phone, and there's also 3 different cases. It allows you to convert almost any socket into almost any other socket. And that's cool, but we've seen this before. What I thought was really useful about this one in particular is that you turn it around and you also get no less than 4 full-size USB ports to charge your phone and any other gadgets you might have with you. On a genuinely more exciting note, this is the Light Chaser Pro. A very expensive, but admittedly pro bit of kit. So you get 2 parts here. There's a case, which is nice quality, feels sturdy, and that doubles as a mount for this, a circular. So if you're recording the inside of, well, anything reflective, you just rotate it and you can see straight through. You can see in this scene the TV looks kind of off, but with a little rotation, no, it's actually very much on. So if you wanted to film someone in a car, for example, this would be a pretty good way of doing it. Alright, welcome to my 2 favorites in this list. The first is the Next Dock. The concept is this: most people have 2 main pieces of tech in their life, their phone and their computer. And the goal of this product is kind of to merge them, up with a working edge-to-edge keyboard and a working Full HD screen, but no processor, no RAM, no operating system. It's made to be powered by your smartphone. Duplication of components. Because this laptop isn't trying to have its own set of CPU and GPU and RAM, the inside can pretty much be just one massive battery. So it'll last for ages. It's a cool thought. And the cherry on top is that because this Next Dock has an HDMI in port, you can also use it as a portable TV for your PS4, your Nintendo Switch, or your Apple TV. And actually, speaking of things you can use as a potential monitor, welcome to a very different kind. You could think of this as a monitor for your face. You can plug in your smartphone the same way you would on a TV, but also your game console, your drone controller to get a live feed of its camera, and you'll be seeing all that on what they describe as a 200-inch 4K display, all with some pretty impressive baked-in audio. There are some perks. It can run 3D content and all that Google Cardboard stuff. You can wirelessly stream your phone to the glasses.